Hello. Go ahead, let's start in Vajrasana. So if you need to elevate with a block or a cushion, please do so. Just tuck your feet right under your bum. We'll do some kapalabhati of the left nostril, then some kapalabhati of the right nostril. Might need a tissue. I know I'm going to need a tissue today. I can tell already, so I have one sitting by, resting by. So first, start by settling into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. And then just begin to sway the spine gently back and forth. I may be doing this bigger than you do it, but I'm also recording. So something shows up on camera, and so it's a really subtle movement. But the idea here, as you're swaying the spine, is to start to bring some awareness to that central channel of the spine, of the soft tissues, the nerves around the spine. The spinal column is deep in the center of that spine. It's made of nerves. The nerves have fat around them. Going to get into that nerve fat. It's just lubricated, insulated, unctuous feeling of some sort of gelatinous sense in the middle of your spine. You're swaying. And allow that sense of lubrication, of fluid, of a gel, more like a gel, to inform the muscles, the fascia, and the soft tissues around your spine. Also allow the spinal column, the spinal cord, that sort of gel-like thing of nerves with fat and fluid, let that also inform the bone that houses that cord, to allow your bone to be more hydrated, less brittle, a tougher bone, a more resilient bone, a bouncier bone. And then come to stillness, finding that place that feels to you like the most center. And you can actually move your body forward a little bit and back to find that center from the front back direction as well. Just gently. And then find that center. I'm having a lot of drainage already, so I know I'm going to need this early on. Block your right nostril and then kapalabhati or bhastrika, so forceful exhaling out of your left. And inhale through the left. Feel free to block both if you like that, or just hold the breath. Feel that sense of your left side leaning or expanding into the center. So left, right, moving towards that central channel, that center line, and then forceful exhale out of your left. Squeezing all that air out. You're enjoying the use of your tissue if you have one nearby. I like it. Take a moment and feel. Now blocking your left nostril, same thing out of your right. So forceful exhales out of the right, bhastrika or kapalabhati, and begin. And inhale through the right. Feel free to block both. Just suspend the breath here. Feel that brightness on your right side, moving, kind of encroaching upon that central channel where the left might have left off. Maybe the right can come meet it there. And when you're ready, forceful exhale out of your right, just squeezing all that air out, really emptying the lungs fully. Use the tissue. Return to normal breathing. Go ahead and slide your hips over to your left. So now my left side body is longer than my right. My right hip is hiked up just a little bit. If you need to adjust the position of your legs for your knees or hips or whatever, please do so. Inhale, left arm up over the head. So I'm making a letter C with my body. Exhale, come back. And again, we're going to repeat that again. Inhale, over to the side. Exhale up. Again, over to the side. Exhale up. One more time, we'll stay. Inhale, over to the right, placing my right hand on my left knee, allowing that to help me open my chest to the ceiling just a smidgen more. And I looked up smidgen to see how big a smidgen was, and it's less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. Fun facts. Inhale 6, exhale 6. Draw the abdomen up if you like. Allowing that left side body to be brighter, to feel that sense of the left side is moving towards the center line, more towards your spinal column. And as it moves towards the spine, you're also moving into the center of your brain. One more full breath, inhale. One more full breath, exhale. And then inhale, bring the body up. Exhale, go ahead and come back to Vajrasana. Place your bum on both feet or your block, or you could have slid your block over to be in that position. Take a moment. Welcoming the idea that possibly the side will feel different and you'll have a different experience on the second side. So already I'm going to drop my expectations about what I think it should or wants to feel like and slide my hips over to the right. And then right arm comes over the head. Inhale. Opening my right side body. Exhale, bring the body straight up. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Then we'll stay on the 4th time. 3rd time. Up. Inhale to the side. Exhale up. One more time, we'll stay. Placing my left hand on my right knee, giving me a little bit of support for opening my chest more towards the ceiling, if that's available and interesting for you. And now inhale 6, exhale 6, draw the abdomen up, feeling that right side body moving towards the center line. Be aware that that center line moves into the center of your brain, informing all the nervous system tissue that is your brain. One more breath. One more full breath in. One more long full exhale out. Inhale, bring your body up. Exhale, slide the bum back onto your heels or your block and take a moment to feel. Notice if your spine feels more free, more lengthened, or something else, or is there just even just a little bit more awareness around your spine? Great, let's come down, lay on your backs, do some dynamic twisting as we really explore getting into the spine. We will be doing Maha Mudra today. So we're preparing for that delightful experience. So I'm just gently rocking my knees side to side, just to see where my spine is, what my side bodies are feeling like, what my waist is feeling like. Let's place feet back on the floor, and now just check out the spine from tail to head. My feet are on the floor. I'm just sort of moving kind of rocking my spine. I'm using the pressure of my feet to move me up and down from head to tail. Relaxing the guts, relaxing the soft tissue around the bones of your spine, and then freeing, jiggling, giving some loving attention to your spinal cord from tail all the way to brain. Relax your jaw, your eyes, all those nerves that connect. A lot of nerves connecting your neck and your face into the spinal cord and into the brain. And then come to stillness. Feel, experience, observe. Knees into the chest. Inhale, exhale, slowly knees over to the right. Left head to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees over to the right, head to the left. Inhale, back to center. So take some time here to explore your tempo as your body, your flesh, and bones move around that spine, the spine bones, but also the spinal column inside of your spine. If you'd like a breath ratio, I'm going to suggest 1-to-1. Perhaps you're not worrying about your breath length right now. You're mostly being led by your body's needs. If you'd like your breath to drive the show a little bit more, 6 inhale, 6 exhale, or 1-to-1 breath ratio is a nice place to start for this, because we are coming to that center. So we are looking for an even in and an even exhale. So we have basically evenness on all sides. This is not about a deep twist. This is just an opening, awareness bringing action. And then finish the side that you're on. Hug knees into chest. Again, have that experience of your tail all the way to your skull, deep inside behind your eyes into your brain. Relax your belly. Relax your front ribs. Relax your back ribs. Allow the chest to soften, the heart to relax, the throat, the tongue, the teeth, the eyes, the ears. Your senses start to retreat. Focus more internal. That's not necessarily your brain observing. Okay. Go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. You can either place your left foot on the floor and just open up your right hip that way, or hug that left leg in to the body through the whole pose. Inhale 6, exhale 6. You feel free to draw the abdomen up here with the idea of opening the hips to free the spine. As I allow this movement, this action around my hips, my glutes, my lower region, can I send that freedom up and down my spine to connect my spine to my legs, my spine to my shoulders and arms. Inhale 6, exhale 6. Feel free to draw the abdomen up if you want to, or if it helps you to stay more relaxed, don't draw the abdomen up in this position. With each exhale, can you get softer, tapping into that fluid structure that is your spinal cord? For those of you that like a little bit more in a different way, go ahead and cradle the leg, hugging that lower leg to in the direction of your chest. For some, this is just not even on the menu. That's perfectly fine. We each have our own restaurants. Thank goodness. From there, have a strap or your hands as you straighten that leg towards the ceiling. Opening up the back of the leg now. Your knee can be soft, it can be straight. You decide. Wherever you are, though, stay there. Inhale 6, exhale 6. If you need some dynamic movement to help that open up in a more gentle way, or you just feel like moving a little bit more today, inhale. And then exhale, bring your head towards your knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine as you come down. Repeat that 3 more times if you're moving. If not, just stay still. Exhale up. Inhale down. One more of those if you're doing them. Then take your leg out to the side, to the diagonal, opening through your inner thigh. Knee may be bent. It's not about putting your leg on the floor here and letting your left hip come off the ground. It's more about keeping your hips on the floor and then see where the leg goes. If the container is the hips on the floor, the bum, both butt cheeks on the floor, then where does your leg go? Because I can put my leg to the ground and let everything come with it. Or I can decide, okay, my hips stay where they are and see what happens with my leg. Neither right or wrong, just different points of view and different containers. Thank goodness we have lots to pick from. For those of you that like a little bit more, you can take your left hand over your head, grab your right foot. Right arm can come in, pressing down gently on the inside of your right leg. This will not be on the menu for some. And it may just be the dish that some of you are seeking. And then come back out of it. Release that leg down along the ground and meet the other leg. Take a moment and feel. Notice if you have more flow in your lower abdomen, up and down your spine, or whatever else you're feeling and experiencing. Just say, okay. And you can also just decide you're not going to track your feeling or your experience. You could just like be there and just enjoy not knowing what you're feeling. It's okay to not track that stuff. Always the invitation to do it, coupled with that invitation to just not. And go ahead and bring your left ankle over your right thigh. You're going to keep the right foot on the floor and just open up the hip that way, or bring the right leg to the body for through the whole pose. Inhale 6, exhale 6 if you choose. Abdomen draw is optional. The invitation that will be thematically what we're doing today is to allow your opening of the hip here to invite a freedom and a connection up and down your spine for your limbs. So can this hip opener open my spine and open that communication channel between my legs, my spine, my arms, my spine, and then my legs and my arms and my spine into my brain. Feel free to cradle the leg if you like. Any areas that are really saying, hey, wait, that's a little much, just back out and give them a little love. Like, for example, if my left knee was calling me, I could just back out a little bit, give it a little gentle surface touch there. I'm not going to dig and plow and try to fix or change. Just give it a little pat, a little love. A little love. I know you're there. You're heard, you're felt, you're experienced. And then begin to straighten your leg, your left leg. You may not straighten it all the way. You might use a strap here, or your leg, or your hands. Right now, though, my spine is on the floor, so I can feel more length in my spine. And then, if you like, inhale 6, exhale 6, bring your head towards your knee, and inhale back down. If you're doing it 4 times is nice. And then just stay there a little bit longer. And then take a leg out to the side, left leg out to the side, hips on the floor. See what happens with the left leg. Can I relax my brain a little bit more? Can I invite that connection a little bit more? Can I not judge what's happening a little bit more? Those of you who like, you can take your right arm over your head, left arm down onto the inner thigh. I'm rolling my right hip off just to put it back down. So one more breath in, one more exhale, and then release that leg down along the ground to meet the other leg. Gently roll over onto one of your sides to 4s. Inhale, head forward. Exhale, slide back to child's pose, feeling that length between your tail and your head. Inhale, tail to head, back to 4s. Exhale, curl toes under, head to tail, into down dog. We repeat that sequence. Inhale, 4s, tail to head. Exhale, head to tail, to child's pose. Inhale, tail to head to 4s. Exhale, head to tail to down dog. One more round of that. Inhale, tail into head. Exhale, head to tail. Inhale, tail to head. Holding down dog. Now exhale, head to tail. Inhale 6, exhale 6. Feel free to draw the abdomen up here. Finding that light moving up and down the spine with your breath. If you like, take the right leg up into 3-legged. Open the hips if you like. Around that light, vibrant spine. Take your right leg out to the side, parallel to the floor, and then thread it through. You can just stay there as my right leg is crossed to the inside to the left, or you can rotate all the way over onto your right arm into side plank with your right leg up. You can also put that leg down, opening up that side body. Feel free to take your right leg and cross it into half lotus if you like. You can also just not do that. If you are into half lotus, hands can go to the floor and take yourself into down dog, into half lotus. If you're not doing half lotus, you can just bring yourself back into down dog, or force, or child's pose, or something else. If you're in half lotus, release your right leg, and then inhale, bring your right leg through to the lunge. Drop that back knee down. Inhale, float the arms up. Feel that light in the spine from tail to head. Exhale. Arms back behind you. Clasp if you can. Inhale, open the collarbones. Exhale, stay here. Draw the tailbone down a little bit more. Find that length, that connection between the tail, all the way up the spine, into the center behind your eyes. So feel that your spine goes all the way up to behind your eyes. So the head's just not flopping there, but it's connected to the tail. And release. Curl that back toe under. Place that back foot on the floor. Right hand to the inside of your right foot, and inhale yourself up into side angle pose. You can bring your arm all the way up onto your leg if you like. Again, feeling that side body, that vibrant left side body, moving towards that center line, really brightening up that left side of your spinal cord. One more breath. Exhale. And inhale, come back down. Release the leg down. Exhale. Inhale, left arm up. And then exhale, twist to the right. Now find that left side body moving all the way, really feeling, moving into the center of your spinal cord. Feel the right side body begin to fill to meet it in this twist. You can take the body over if you like, clasp hands, bind, whatever, or keep the spine straight up and down. One more breath here. And then release, hands to the mat, step back into down dog, or force, or child's pose. But whichever position you're in, bring your awareness to that head-tail connection up the spine, up and down the spine. It goes all directions. Left leg up into three-legged if you like. Open the hips if you like. Left leg out to the left, so it's parallel to the floor. That's a kind of intense, can be intense for the hips, but great for strengthening some certain muscles that yoga doesn't attend to often. Bend your left leg, thread it through. So you're in a weird down dog here, or pick your right arm up for side plank with that left leg up off the floor, or put it on the ground. You can stay there, or take that left leg and bring it into half lotus. Same as the other side. Second side, less talking, more breathing. And you can place your hands on the mat, slide it into half lotus with down dog, or just down dog or force, wherever you are. It's the perfect place to be. Release your left leg back. Inhale. Bring the left leg through to the lunge. Release your back knee down if you like. Inhale, arms up. Again, that sense of tail all the way to behind your eyes. Enjoy that feeling. It can be great. Exhale, arms back down. Clasp if you can, open collarbones. Feel the ribs help the spine lengthen instead of the opposite. And release the hands. Tuck that back toe under, place that back foot on the floor, spin it out. Left hand to the inside of your left leg. Inhale, up into side angle pose. Again, feel free to bring your body up if you like. And that whole right side vibrant, moving into the right side of your spinal cord. Your left side's pretty vibrant since we already did that side, so just play with that idea of double-sided vibrancy now. One more breath. And then exhale, bring yourself down. Inhale, right arm up, and then exhale, twist to the left, feeling that right side, the vibrancy, the fullness, bring you around. And then now, because you've done both sides, you may feel that left side meet it in a different way than the first side. You can also take your body forward, prayer, straighten the back leg, bind, clasp, whatever you like here, or just stay up if you want that kind of really that clarity with that length of your spine. Now, I could be binding it off today because I'm open in that way, but I'm actually choosing to not because I just want to feel that sense of verticality, that sense of real specific clarity of that light in my spine. So, one more breath. Exhale, come back, down dog. From here, you can come up onto your toes. You can inhale, exhale, you can bend your knees, lift your hips, cross your ankles, and come to seated, or just sit down. However you're gonna get down. Get down, get down, get down. Maha Mudra. You may require a strap, most people do. Bend your left leg in, left heel moving in towards the groin. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, gonna hinge forward from your hips. Spine is very straight here, so no rounding, and it's not about going deeper in the forward fold. It's really about keeping that back an angle. In fact, you're going to move forward and then pull yourself up and out. So it's getting there and then coming up and out. So that spine is, I'm actually pulling back on my foot here a little bit. You can be pulling back on your strap a bit here. Inhale all the way down into the base of your spine. Hold the breath, feel. Chant lum, 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 lum for the bija mantra of the tail, the root chakra. And then exhale, silently chant Om as it's moving, as that energy is moving up the spine into the skull, the third eye. Inhale down the spine. Pause the breath. Lum, 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 feeling that grounding, rooting, clearing of the root. Exhale, hearing an Om moving up the spine into your head. You can actually chant Om out loud if you like. We'll do that this next time. Om. 2 to 3 more breaths here. Inhale down, lum, 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 Om up. Om. 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 Now inhale, and now exhale, feel free to round forward if you like. If rounding forward doesn't feel good to you, bring the body up and go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And just be there with that straight spine. And inhale, come on up. Uncross your leg if you're crossed. And then exhale. Let's come into a mini savasana. Just take a moment. Coming back up. This time, left leg's up, out, and the right heel is in towards the groin. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, spine is straight. Going down and pulling yourself up and out. And pulling myself up and out of my root. Pulling myself up and out of my most primal fears, or that which keeps me stuck, or my attachments. Whatever is your thing for the day. Inhale. About 6 counts down, lum, 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 lum. It's hold the breath as long as it's comfortable for you. And then exhale, silent or chanted Om, moving up the spine. Okay, I won't chant the rest of the time in case it's throwing you off. If you feel some burning in your back, this is, well, from my experience, it's kind of typical for Maha Mudra, even if you're pretty bendy, so don't worry about it. It's just burning out some of those attachments, changing yourself, changing your relationship to your old script that might be operating in there. One more breath. And then when you're ready, gentle inhale. And then exhale, come forward. Now you can round the spine, release some of that pressure. Or bring yourself up, cross the leg, support yourself however you like. When you're ready, inhale, come on up. If you want to stay longer, please do so. And bring your soles of the feet together. Baddha konasa. I just do little baby butterflies here to open up the inner thighs. Notice that I'm supporting myself so my spine can be nice and long. So my hands are behind me so I can keep my spine nice and long. Might even lift yourself off the floor a little bit. Just a little bouncing here just to find that tail to head relationship. Little baby butterflies with the knees. Legs out in front. Take a moment. Dandasana. Staff pose. And if you'd like, inhale your arms up over the head. This is going to create more activity. It's going to be a hotter pose. It's going to be a pose that's going to be more challenging. That spine, that back, and then exhale, hands back behind. Open the collarbones. And then go ahead and come on down onto your back. Feet flat on the floor, knees to the ceiling. Feel that sense between your tail and your behind your eyes. Your skull is probably on the floor at this point, so feel that place where your skull is resting and just roll your head gently side to side there. And find your spine to come right up into the middle of your brain to right where your skull is resting. Can you breathe into that area and just relax it a little bit more, sending that relaxation energy down the whole spine into your tail. Dynamic bridge. Inhale, float hips and arms up. Feel that head tail connection. Exhale, come back down. Repeat. So as I inhale, hips and arms up, I feel that sense of where my skull is, where my spine goes into my head back there, all the way from my tail. Tail, have a sense of tail as between your heels. Now it's not actually there. Feel that sense as if your tailbone connected to a point between your heels on the floor as you move up and down. If dynamic bridge is serving you, continue to do dynamic bridge, and if not, just stay in bridge your next time up. Arms can stay over the head, or they can come down, walk the upper arms together, clasp hands. For those of you that would like to, pour the weight into your right leg, left leg can go to the ceiling. Feel that sense of the spine here. Legs feeding into the spine, shoulders, spine feeding into the limbs. And change legs. Release the legs. And then slowly come down. Can stay in constructive rest. Can drop the knees side to side for a little windshield wiper, little dynamic twisting. Whatever feels supportive for you, or maybe just stillness is the support right now. And eventually move your way into Shavasana. Now for Shavasana, also just place your legs up the wall for Liberated Karani, which can be very nice after this practice. I'll give you a moment to figure out what you want to do here. Feel free to pause the recording or just get yourself there. Once you find yourself into the Shavasana position of your choice, feel a gentle washing of that breath. Move from tail to head on inhale and head to tail on exhale. Sweeping the spine clean, inviting clear communication in yourself, between your limbs and your spine and your limbs, your organs and your spine and your organs. Your nerves and your spine and your nerves that move out from the spine. Your spine and your senses and your spine. From your spine to that which is a sensation on your fingertips to spine to sensation on the toes of the feet, toes of the feet to spine, spine to face to spine. Internal world, your spine to your external world, your periphery or your external world to your internal world or your center of your spine. And relax the brain, relax all thought. Just let go now of needing to understand, needing to know, of needing to track. Relax into a state of being, whatever that looks like or feels like or is for you in this moment. You cannot get it wrong. You just can't. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in and release. You can gently wiggle fingers and toes a little bit. From that place in the back of your skull, gently, super slowly roll your head barely side to side, feeling your brain soft and relaxed inside of your skull. Really enjoy this feeling of my soft, relaxed brain. And from there, allow that to take you into a loose fetal position. When you're ready, stay in this position as long as you like. Any other rising out, up and out ritual you'd like to do, come to a comfortable seated position for closing. Go back to that swaying of the spine, just noticing, how does your brain feel now? Do you notice any lightness, any vibrancy, any clarity, or something else? Stay here and bask as long as you like. Do one of the meditations. Just enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. It's my honor and privilege to share these teachings, these times, this space with you. Namaste.